Hello, beautiful souls. It is Joey here at True North. If you are new, I am an energy channel and intuitive. Um, I'm just hearing divine symphony is like what I was hearing. Okay, and it's like really the birds singing is like giving that. But so I've got the Work Your Light Oracle, and it's like the Great Gathering came out, and it's just very much about a gathering of like it's a collective of like souls that are aligned in values and their missions, and this has been something that was orchestrated before you were ever born. This has been, the like a soul tribe that you've incarnated with over and over and over again. Okay, this yeah this is such a powerful energy here, and it's because you've been divinely picked at this specific juncture in our life, because we are keepers of the new earth, because we are meant to usher in this new wave. We are meant to hold the Lemurian vibration of creating heaven on earth, and that's what this new earth is. Okay, so very much, it's like that shift from the victim mindset into the ever unfolding rose of it's cracked open that life's happening for us, not to us. And once you open your arms and embrace this and cast love on these shadows, it's like the center of the rose is like where the real gift lies, and it's like that's the last part of the flower to open. Okay, and I just see that as also, it's about opening that, because there also can be shadows in there too, like it's still darkness in there. That's our most potent inner chamber, and it's like we have to shed light and love on that and allow things to happen for us to get to that stage of evolution, where we're able to see in there clearly and shine light and love all those parts of ourselves. And there's just so much protection. It's like this divine symphony is not just on earth. Like this, they're showing me fractals, and it's like it is there like in the spirit, but now it's like manifesting physically, and you're starting to like surround yourself with this soul tribe. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's some soul tribes that are like leveling up together, but then there's some people, where they're being shifted away, and they're kind of like landing in to a new soul tribe, because what I'm seeing for that group is there were karmic conditions that needed to be cleared, and that's why you were in a different group, and that's why you were facing these projections as you started to grow and they weren't. That's when the relationship became karmic, and it then cleared you of these karmic debts. And so now you're being led into this new soul tribe. Okay, and this is a great gathering. And so if you're experiencing a higher level of intuitive hits, that's because it is all part of this new vibration that you're being led into. Okay, you're riding the wave of synchronicity. So how are you being called to step up? Like how are you being called to really usher in these intuitive hits, or maybe bring people together, or really educate and illuminate these people? Maybe your job is to help protect other light workers, maybe your job is to heal, maybe your job is as an intuitive, maybe there's so many different roles that you can play. I feel like most of the people that are going to be aligned with my channel are going to be along those lines of workers, but you never know. Yeah, there's just very much Isis is coming through. Yeah, and Lemuria, just like I said, jumped right out, creating the heaven on earth. I actually just uploaded a Lemuria reading before this, so if you check out my page. Yeah, and Don't Dim to Fit In. That's the second time that's come out today. Yeah, so really, this inner light is, wow, my ear's ringing so hard. Wow. Yeah, they really, really, really want you to hear that. Like, don't dim to fit in. Don't. It's like deafening the spirit. It is deafening. We cannot. And I feel like I'm hearing stop turning your back on yourself, and also with this protection, it's like I'm hearing like as we grow in service to the light, the dark is also going to grow. And it's like if you are of the light, the dark is going to target you at some point or another. And I'm not saying that as like a projection of like black magic. I'm saying this as a law of duality. And it's like as the light grows, the dark grows. And that is just a fact. And there is a level of protection that spirit does for us, but also we at some point have to start protecting ourselves as well in the physical. And by doing so, we are really reclaiming our power. We are transmuting the power that we may have given away or that may have been taken from us, subconsciously or consciously. No messy hoes formed against us shall ever prosper. I just want to say that. I'm just kidding. We wish the well for everybody. But let's be real here, though. We got to protect ourselves. So, I mean, I recommend a good cord cutting, Archangel Michael. There's plenty of videos online to assist you and facilitate you in this. I really recommend Pura Rasa. I absolutely love her. She's such an amazing, gentle, and angelic presence on this earth, and she works really well with the angels. Otherwise, Lisa Beachy, that's Beechy. She is absolutely amazing, and she works with angels very well as well. I do as well, but I don't have any content to direct you to just yet. So one step at a time here. But yeah, it's very much, and in this new vibration, this new earth vibration, it's not even, I joke around, but really this protection and the cutting the cords is just more for your own ascension, you know? It's really no hate against any other people. I just like to get a good laugh out. That's the jokester in me. But in all seriousness, this is really just about reclaiming your personal power on a mass level. And sometimes we have to cut cords with the things that no longer serve us. And sometimes it's people that we once cared about, you know, and the reality is not everyone is going to wish us good. And that's where I draw back into protection in the physical, because, you know, there are going to be people that are envious of your growth. There are going to be people that are jealous of what your light, because when you are shining so brightly, when you are embodying the star energy of your life and you're no longer dimming to fit in, you are then, you know, activating that priestess codes, you know, like that miracle vibration. And when people see you showing up for yourself in that way, it can really be, you can get like jaded energy, you know, like, I'm sorry that you're jaded, you know, like when people see the reflections of the work that they're not doing in you, and they realize like, oh, I could be doing that, but they're not, it makes them resentful oftentimes, you know. Not everyone responds perfectly to that, because we're human. So, you know, you are going to experience sometimes projections of the work people aren't doing, you know, and that will show up as haters. But you need to understand that those haters are a sure sign that you're on your way to securing your blessings and you're embodying your light. Okay? And I really don't say that much, like, I don't, but about haters, but like for real, that's really what's coming through, and that's the energy that I'm feeling. So, and similarly, your tribe is meant to protect you, okay? So if you're surrounded by people that really don't have your back, and like if you feel like they're not like a protecting energy for you, then you might not be with the right people, you know? Like, you should be around people that want to see you win, people that are really looking to see you succeed, and not envious and casting jealous, resentful energy every time you win. And you shouldn't have to be silent with your wins. You should be able to celebrate them with your friends without an air of envy and without jealousy, because that just means that your circle is not, you know, they're in a shadow, which I guess if they're really worth seeing that shadow through. But, you know, there comes a point with seeing that people aren't, you know, doing that work, okay? And a lot of us have this ability to see people's potential, but not hold them accountable for where they are right now, okay? And I think that's so important to really use your discernment and meet people where they're at now, because, yeah, I just think that's really important. Someone needed to hear that. That's not for everybody, I suppose, but again, this is obviously a general collective reading, so. Yeah, there's lots of starseed energy that's been coming through all day. So if you've been feeling like you're longing for your tribe, it's coming together. If you haven't found your tribe already, your new one is downloading. You know, keep aligning with your heart. Keep aligning with your integrity and your truth. And how are you being called to step up to lead? You know, like, maybe you need to be the one that ushers this in. Maybe you need to be the leader or the way shower to really attract this group of people. Okay, maybe they're waiting on your lead, your call. Okay, so, and that's again like a message that's been coming through all day now, is if you want a miracle, be a miracle. You know, if you want to move a mountain, you have to be a mountain. You know, it's just, yeah. So I'm feeling that very heavy. I'm just feeling like there's one more card that wants to come out. Make this even. Is that so? Yeah, where are you being called to journey to? I feel like a lot of you it's within, but also this is talking about physical locations too. That is an actual energy that's been coming through all day. Is about earth codes and different geographical spots on the earth and the energetic transmissions that occur between you and them. And it's subconscious most of the time. Like we don't even feel it, but we can consciously tune in. For example, when I went to Hawaii, as soon as I landed on Oahu, I was I was just exhausted, like so jet lagged, and I went into meditation in my room and I was greeted by this red spirit. It was like an orb, and I believe it was like a female version of Anubis, and that red orb broke into a bunch of them and then formed like Anubis in a female hula dancer form, and then it was just like a root chakra activation, and I can feel it in my heart right now. Um, Whew, that was powerful. But yeah, so there's different spots on the earth that are going to have different light codes and different activations for us, okay? So it's like, where are you really being called to activate? And similarly for us, sometimes we need to activate the earth. You know, sometimes the earth needs the activations too and needs our energy because we are here in the physical. And I'm hearing earth dragons, dragons that work with the grids and the ley lines could be trying to contact some of you if you're aligned with this reading. That's not for everybody. Yeah, I'm feeling like a lot of dragon presence. I see a white and a blue one. And the white one's like a spirit dragon. I feel like it goes invisible. Like it spends time like as an etheric dragon as well. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you're really being called to share like your intellect and your wisdom. But similarly, some of you have these very fierce and protective boundaries that need to be shared with others. Like, you know, like, and that's like another thing. Yeah, so the protection and the boundaries. So someone is really being called to share their protection steps, I feel like, and to be very vocal about how they express their boundaries, you know, in different ways that they handle boundaries with loved ones, with coworkers, you know. So maybe that's one of your specialties that you're being called to share. You know, that you handle it from a place of love and compassion, but you always, that boundary is respected, you know, and it's, yeah, there's just excellent ways to do things, and we all have fresh perspectives. And the other energy that's been coming through is really just about being fresh and being open to learning more, you know, and understanding that it's all still coming together. Wow. Yeah, it's happening. Lemuria, heaven on earth, Mintak, and keepers of the earth. It's very much a collective awakening is happening at this time. There's so many people in the gestation, right on the precipice of breakthrough. And that's what I'm feeling for this collective as well. It's like you are on the precipice of something great, of tapping into your real raw power. All right. And I just see this as in a short time, you are going to be the priestess of your life or the priest, you know, and I mean that in a sense of reclaiming, even if you're not leading spiritually, it's a sense of reclaiming your divine power, your sovereignty, a sense of connecting with your inner divinity to its highest potential, you know, and really doing this not from a place of ego, but doing this to create heaven on earth, doing this to be a keeper of the new earth, doing this in service of the ever unfolding rose, you know, doing this in service of the great gathering, you know, being that leader, being the change that you want to see in the world. That's what this is. Okay. And it's like, and if you're longing for home, if you're longing for that place, what can you do to create it? How can you call this into where you are now? We are master manifestors, and we can do anything that we fucking want to do. Let's change the world. I love you guys.